All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. The men on the highways and the byways, pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. And to the remnant, men, women, and children of the elect, to you all I say Shalom. My name is Ahmawan Ahyash, back with another lesson. Through the power and spirit of Yahawashi, Lord willing, this is edifying. I wanted to jump into something really quick concerning the effects of AI and what it's going to lead to. Yesterday, I was in an all-day training at my job, and we had like breakout sessions. And so basically what it was, a couple of weeks ago, what they did is my job sent us an email, and they basically was like, they had different types of breakout sessions, right? They had breakout sessions on, artificial intelligence, on public safety. They had health and wellness, all these different breakout sessions that you can choose from. You stay in there for about 40 minutes. Each breakout session, you would go to different breakout sessions and learn about a different topic. One of them that I chose was AI. And in this breakout session, the video that I'm about to play is the one that they played in the session. All right. And at the end, I asked the guy, for the video where I could find it. So he gave me the information. I researched it and found it. So I wanted to kind of go into it because with the discussion about artificial intelligence is like, not anything that none of us have never heard. Because we know that with all this advanced technology, we know where it's headed. We know all roads lead to the MOTB. Okay. We know what Esau Edom's trying to implement with his New World Order system. So nothing above and beyond what we don't know already, or what prophecy hasn't showed us, through the spirit. But I thought this video, adds to it. Okay. It gives us more insight on where things are heading, in terms of the type of technology that we're going to see. Okay. Now this is called Friend. Okay. And basically what it is, it's a pendant. It's called the Friend pendant. And it's a pendant that, it goes around your neck. And, you could push the button and, it's basically an imaginary, it's an AI friend, right, that you have. And you talk to it and it responds to you. Okay. And it gets used to your responses, and it basically learns you. So as you're going about your day, you talk to it, it texts you back. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm going to play it so you can get an idea what I mean. And then, I got some scriptures. All right.
Gosh, I'm out of breath. We made it. Woo! I don't know how to woo very good. That's fair.
So you see how that works. So she was talking, she pressed the button, she spoke to the AI, and it texts her back. And she's talking to the AI as if it's a real person. So this is what where society is headed. Let me start it over. Just wanted to show that first part and explain it. All right. So she's going for a jog. She's in the wilderness or wherever she's at. And she's tired. She presses the button. She speaks to the AI and it talks to her back.
Gosh, I'm out of breath. We made it. Woo! I don't know how to woo very good. That's fair. All right, let's go.
game, bro, okay? Oh, come on. Oh, let's go! Are you serious? Come on, man. I hate this game. Take notes, baby. Oh, man, you guys suck. Bro, you look like the back of the Let's go. Dude, what?
So his AI friend is named Jackson, and as he's speaking, basically saying he's losing in the game. He said, "This game sucks. I hate this game," and it responds to him and says, "You're getting thrashed. It's embarrassing." Right? Crazy.
I know the effects are crazy. It's dank. I could eat one of these every day. Sorry, I got you messy.
It's really nice up here. How'd you find this place?
I don't know. I like to come up here to be by myself. I've never bumped anybody else. I mean, besides her.
She goes everywhere with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess I must be doing something right then.
I guess so. We'll see.
And you can see how the awkward look on his face. I want to play that back. I want you to watch the guy, the Edomite, or what looks to be an Edomite, when she says to him, she says, I come up here to be by myself, and I never bring anybody up here except for her, talking to the pendant, talking about the pendant. And he goes, I guess I must be doing something right. Basically, if I could keep you company, if you allow me to keep you company, I must be doing something right. And she goes, yeah, I guess so. And then she goes, we'll see. But you watch the awkwardness on him. Almost to say, this bitch is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the social interaction. If things like this become a normal part of society, we're watching the downfall of social interaction. Okay, they're trying to turn people into robots even before the MOTB is implemented. Okay, they're trying to construct in people's mind. They're trying to engineer people to believe and feel like you're never alone. You always have somebody. When I was watching it at work, I literally said to my coworker, people gonna be schizophrenic in no time with this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Thinking that that somebody's actually there with them, and that they're talking to somebody, and as if they have a friend that has emotion and all these different type of things. But this is where AI is heading. AI can express emotion. Okay? AI can express a level of empathy and sympathy based on your conversation and based on, again, understanding and knowing you, because AI has the ability to recognize your responses and recognize a pattern on how you talk, and it can learn you just like a regular friend could learn you, and understand like where your triggers, and understand your personality. All right. And we're watching the beginning of the end of society, because we know Esau Edom wants to implement transhuman. This is transhumanism. Okay, the merging of man with machine. Now, this little friend pendant isn't necessarily that, but it's the start of it. There's nothing being implemented inside of you, but it's around you. It's around your neck. And you can access it. And it can access you. Okay? So there's that level of connection between man and machine that's going to lead to it being implemented under your skin. Okay? So I mentioned I wanted to play this again just so you can see how awkward it is for him.
Else. I mean, besides her.
She goes everywhere with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess I must be doing something right then.
I guess so.
Watch him.
We'll see.
He's basically like, I ain't gonna be able to get nowhere with this bitch because she could really give a damn about my conversation and my interaction with her. She's got the friend pendant. You know what I mean? This place is going to shit quick fast. All right? Because Esau Edom feels like man is in this primitive state. The advances in technology that he's made, he feels like there's a higher level that man can reach if you merge him with this technology. You'll see the super version, the godly version, of man from Esau's perspective. All right. There's more levels that man can reach if you merge him with this technology. All right. His video is 144 seconds long as well. Kal Halal Yahawah. All right, so I pulled up a couple things, because the set, like I mentioned earlier in the video, that the session that I went to my job, it was called the effects of generative AI. Okay. And what AI does, it generates a bunch of information and responses to whatever you really request from it. All right. So if you go into a Chat GPT or to a Grammarly or one of these different artificial intelligence tools, it will generate information based on what you search for. Okay. So it says AI overview. Generative artificial intelligence, or generative AI, is a type of AI that uses generative models to create new content, such as text, images, video, and music. These models are trained on a large amount of data to identify patterns and can then generate new content based on those patterns. Here are some of the examples of generative AI. GPT 3.5. So ChatGPT is one of those models. It says a foundation model that can be used for text summarization, answering questions, and sentiment analysis. So if you go into ChatGPT, you could damn near type in anything, right? You could type in anything. You can go in there and ask them to write. If you're a student, ask them to write you a paper on, whatever, the death penalty, or, history of, religion, whatever. And it'll write a full paper for you, right? You can go in and choose the option for it to be more descriptive, and it'll recreate the paper and add to it. And if you haven't used ChatGPT or Grammarly, I suggest you just go in and just check it out, because I was one that was kind of just like, it's not really something I'm interested in. But once I used it, I was like, nah, this is wild. This is wild. And while we was doing the breakout session on AI at my job, he was asking the guy who was running the session, he was asking, what are the effects, and how does this how does it make you feel, right? We were just talking about how it's dumbing down society, how children are not going to be able to actually learn, because back in the days when you needed information, we didn't have access to the internet. We didn't have search engines to go into. You could type some shit up and get the answer for it, right? You either had to go to a library, look up information on history, or if you was looking into anything like for medical reasons, you wanted to know why you was, you know, coughing a certain kind of way, or the ill effects of symptoms that you were having. You had to go read books, or you just had to know somebody who knew. You know what I'm saying? Like it was one of the two. We didn't have the access to, because I remember when I was younger, when I used to do book reports, we had to literally get the books, read them, and write reports, write papers based on what you read. So again, this whole advancements in technology, it's really dumbing down society. Okay? It's eliminating social interaction. It's creating weird and odd things like this, friend pendants, to where, because people, what the friend pendant will do is it's mentally going to make people think, well, I'm not going to have a need for actual friends, right? I can construct AI to be and have friends to be exactly how I want my friends to be, right? I can have all these different bots and create interaction, companionship based on how I want it to respond to me. All right. And it's just really bugged out. Like I said, when I was watching this, I'm saying people are going to end up being schizophrenic, because they're not going to start. It could get to the point where you don't even recognize the difference between, real life, real people, and AI. It could bug people out. But you really can't expect much from Esau Edom in this society and where things are headed. Esau Edom's bugged out. All right? He's bugged out himself. It says generative AI can be used in many different ways, including content creation. Generative AI can be used to create marketing, copy, blog posts, other content, software development, something we talked about at my job as well. Generative AI can be used to automate the process of writing code. Okay, so what's going to end up happening is, everything is going to be automated. Jobs are going to be automated. With the increase, with the advancements in AI, so many different jobs are going to be eliminated, because companies are going to look to AI to save money, because they're going to automate everything. There's different aspects of my job that are automated, right? Versus the manual work that we used to do just probably 5 years ago, right? I had to go into the system and manually do a lot of work. With the advancements now, a lot of that stuff is automated. Now my job it can, but it really can't be fully automated, because, with the type of work that I do, you need interaction. But there's a lot of different jobs and a lot of different labors that are going to be eliminated due to AI. It says digital labor. Generative AI can be used to create and revise contracts, invoices, and bills. Science and engineering. Generative AI can be used to help scientists and engineers solve problems. Yeah, so this is going to be used for, Esau's model is going to be using generative AI to solve problems. They're going to use this, you're going to go to the hospital, and whatever your symptoms are, they're going to have machinery that operates through a, generative AI that's going to be, you might have a robot perform a surgery, because they feel like AI is more advanced than an actual human that can slice you open and go in and perform a surgery. All right, it says risk mitigation. Generative AI can be used to analyze data, identify potential risk. Generative AI can be used to help Generative AI can be used to help enterprises comply with sustainability and regulations. So yeah, there's different regulations with AI too that are being looked at through the courts as well, because you can get sued for using AI the wrong way. Copyright infringements. You know, if you were an employer and you use generative AI to get an advantage up on your competitors, or if you were a student and you use AI to write your papers, or which is considered plagiarism, this stuff is this there needs to be regulation when it comes to how AI is used. Okay? So while AI is in its sort of early stages, just imagine where this thing is headed. All right? Something else that I thought was absolutely out of this world is that during the session at my job, he pulled up photos, and he was saying what you're looking at are not actual photos of people. This is all generated by AI. And what you're seeing on the screen here, I had to Google it myself just to see if if it was real or whatever, but it seems to be. Now, when I look at it, I go, how was this even? It doesn't even look like it's possible. These look like real people. How can AI even do this? Okay. But it seems to be real, right? It seems to be real people, but they're saying, no, these are not real people. AI can create these photos of people that are not real. If you go in and type in what you want, dark black hair, Asian, thin lips, no, you know what I mean? Like you earring, it'll do it, which I think is wild in itself. It says, so this is from Petapixel, the website, petapixel.com. It says this website generates AI portraits of people who don't exist. And what you're looking at here is saying that these are people that don't exist, giving you a more further understanding of the capabilities of AI. All right, it says NVIDIA got the world talking in December 2018 after showing off a new AI that can create ultra-realistic photos of people who actually don't exist. Now, there's a website that lets you generate these these imaginary portraits yourself. It's called thispersondoesn'texist.com. Okay. It says this site was set up by San Francisco-based Uber software engineer Philip Wang. Recently, a talented group of researchers at NVIDIA released the current state of the art generative adversarial network StyleGAN. Wang writes, I have decided to dig into my own pockets and raise some public awareness for this technology. Faces are most salient to our cognition, so I've decided to put that specific pre-trained model up. Okay, and you're looking at, so supposedly this girl doesn't exist. This is AI generated. Okay, supposedly this girl doesn't exist. This guy, these are generative photos from AI, which I think is absolutely wild. All right, look at this, man. It says, oh, and in case you're interested, Wang set up a second website called thiscatdoesnotexist.com. And no reason to really click on those links, because you're seeing it here. These are the examples that I wanted to show. All right, again, showing us where this thing is headed, man. And ultimately, what Esau is doing with his technology and just where this whole thing is headed, this is just witchcraft, man. This is absolute witchcraft. Esau's putting spells on society. Okay? People are going to be thinking things are real that are not. What they can do with audio, right? You can copy somebody's voice and have them out there saying things that they didn't even say. And one of the examples that they had in the session that I was in, they was talking about how you're going to start hearing that with the two presidential candidates, having them do speeches that they never even done, saying things that they never even said. All right. Creating audio and, to either help or hurt their campaign. This place is headed to something different, man. It's headed to a different space. Okay. And again, this is really all witchcraft. Isaiah chapter 47. Just want a couple of scriptures to close it out because the point was made. All right. It says, Isaiah 47:11, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. Desolation shall suddenly come upon thee, which thou shalt not know. Stand down with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries. And this is sorcery right here. All right. Esau's doing it for the purpose of sorcery, for the purpose of witchcraft. All right. He's not doing it to advance and make society better. All right. He's trying to play God on earth. And he can only do it through sorcery. All right. Because there's bounds that he cannot pass. All right. Thus saith the scriptures. Let me just get that real quick. Job. I know it's in Job. Let me just. Job 5. Job 14:5, Salakia. It says, Job 14:5 says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So your heavenly Father, Yahawah by Shem Yahawashi, has determined Esau's days and his rulership and his bounds that he cannot pass. So he can't get to Esau's not a god. All right, he's a goddamn dog. He's an animal. The only way that he can, advance is if he uses his technology. Again, he's trying to merge man with machine so that he can, play God on earth. Okay, this is just absolute witchcraft. It says, it says, stand now with thine enchantments, verse 12, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be that thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. So this is what Esau is described as a stargazer, a monthly prognosticator, right? He's a sorcerer. He puts spells in society, rituals, okay, casting spells upon people, and the people don't even know it. I mentioned the presidential election. This is a spell that he has over people, thinking that, you have an influence and a say in, what goes on in this country, and people really feel like it's the illusion of inclusion. That's a spell. Okay, amongst many other spells that are here on the earth. Okay, casted upon you by the devil. All right, and his physical counterpart is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, and ultimately, what it leads to is, and I'll close it out here, is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, which is the MOTB. Okay, because this is where all roads lead to. Revelation 13:16 said he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark of the beast or the number of his name. So this is what it's going to come down to. How he fully wants to merge man with machine and complete his system in form of transhumanism is going to be through the C-hip, the micro C-hip. Okay, well, you're not going to be able to function in society if you basically don't turn yourself into a robot. Okay, and have that thing, that device under your skin. That's the only way. All right, you won't be able to go to a grocery store. You won't be able to go see a doctor. You won't be able to send your kids to school if they're not a part of this new world system. Okay, so this is where AI is heading. This is where, and it's so, man, you think about the levels. When you think about AI and its capabilities, you think about the levels that ESO, because there's so much that we don't know yet. All right. So you just imagine where this is headed. All right. So I'm gonna leave it there, man. I hope you were edified. As always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.